So I saw Lightyear yesterday, and I went in there with a kind of like irritated mindset because of what Chris Evans said about the same-sex kiss, and he was saying about other countries and their old ways. I was really taken aback by that because you don't see that kind of stuff about other countries and their beliefs and their attitudes. Like you're not them. You didn't grow up in their country. Don't talk about other countries in a negative light like that. So that was really disrespectful for him to talk about other countries like that. And of course, him playing Captain America. Why am I not surprised? Anyway, so I went with a bad taste in my mouth anyway because of what he said. Like, get off social media if you're gonna say something negative about other countries or anything political anyway, because you should not be saying that kind of stuff. So that being said, I was pleasantly surprised by the movie itself. So before I talk about the movie properly, without spoiling too much about the picture, the lesbian kiss. The lesbian kiss, of course, was the thing that Chris Evans was defending in there. So I was like, okay, cool. And other countries didn't want it because it was too much for them. Now, other countries are, they don't want, that kind of stuff in their movies, and that's their rights. That's fine. You're not changing the entire movie. You're not like cutting up major chunks of the movie or whatever. It's like back in the day when a horror movie went on TV. You couldn't see anything. What's the point? What's the point, really? Like you can't see any blood, you can't see any dismemberment, you can't see this and that there. What's the point? And on networks at the time, networks still now, they're made for the whole family. So for some reason you could put a horror movie on that thing, but you can't have any of the cool horror elements. Or like high octane action movies back then, and you can't have any like intense action in there, which is really weird. Can't have any cursing, can't have any swearing. They have a whole bunch of rules and incentives and practices back in the day. Probably more so now. So when I heard that they wanted to omit just a kiss, I'm like, okay, that's their thing. Okay, move on. But Evans went nuclear with it, and he went on a rant or whatever about the whole thing. I was really taken aback by that. So I'm not. I don't need. I don't think movies need to have like kids movies especially. They need to have kissing in there. Especially the overt stuff like the tongues and whatever. Quick little peck on the cheek there. Quick little face to face, no problem. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So I thought to myself, it's probably gonna be a quick kiss anyway, and it was a quick kiss. It wasn't really a big deal. The only issue I had with the movie was okay. So Hawthorne, I think her name is Hawthorne. His best friend was a lesbian in the movie. They didn't say anything. They didn't say the word lesbian. They didn't say like other sex. They didn't say anything like that. It was just like she magically had another girlfriend, literally, because what happened in the picture. This is in the beginning of the picture. I'm not spoiling too much here. He had to go into hyperspace. And whenever he did that one, everything slowed down for him, but everything was normal to them. So while he didn't age, they did. So he came back, and magically she had a girlfriend, and so like years passed by, that kind of stuff there. So Hawthorne got pregnant. So they made it very clear that Hawthorne got pregnant with another girl, and Disney didn't bother explaining why or how. Because you cannot, females cannot get pregnant from one another. And it was especially weird. Okay, so they had two daughters, they had two siblings, right? Um, they had one daughter and one son. The son was never seen again. So, or maybe that was like somebody else. I'm not really too clear on that one. I'm gonna see the picture again because it was really good actually. So like it was just like in like a they never really explained why that happened. So she was pregnant, and so like she eventually grew old and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool how that happened. So the lesbian kiss in the movie was very quick. It was not offensive in any way. The one in Immortals is way over the top in Immortals. I was like, damn, you're gonna Move away here. You don't need. Well, yeah, okay. They live together. They like each other. Whatever. But like I personally don't need to see like super long kisses in movies. Show your affection, whatever. Mwah, okay, get in, get out. Not a big deal. Like Mexicans do, whatever. Like French people do. Like a kiss, kiss, move on. Next, show your affection and then move on. That's kind of how it was in this movie. It wasn't like overt. It wasn't like intense or whatever. There's no like sexual positions in there. It's just like a quick peck. Who cares? So I was like, yeah, I didn't really feel anything bad about it. They didn't mention it again afterwards. It was the beginning of the movie. They didn't mention it again. They didn't like bring it up or anything like that. There, talking about like two mothers. They didn't say anything like that. One, the movie essentially was all I'm like 90% action. It was a lot of action. The picture was pretty good. 90-80% action. What do you want to call it? Yeah, it was high amount of action. The Macross movie I saw before that, the Macross anime from 2009, I saw before that. That movie had about 20% action in there. I'm not going to lie. It was 20% action, 20% singing, and 80% dialogue. Sorry, 60% dialogue. It was, yeah. Could have been better, but the action sequences in that movie were pretty cool. Made you want to look at robot action sequences. But in Lightyear, not only is the action spectacular with the way they do things. I mean, like there was those claws and chains and thrusters and planes went off like it was Top Gun. There was invisible tricks as well. What like nice little chemistry with the cast over here. Chemistry had the new Warriors. That was really cool. I like them. And I especially liked in the picture that not everything went according to plan. I love that part because in reality, things don't go your way. No matter how much you train or whatever, no matter what you want to do, sometimes like fate doesn't go your way and things mess up. And then like your job as a human is to fix your mistakes. If you don't fix your mistakes, you're a failure. That's how it works in life. So I like the fact that his crew was completely unqualified, but through experiences that happened in the picture, they got better and better as it went on. But still, it wasn't perfect, and I like that part. That was a really really good lesson for children, by the way. That even if you mess up, you can try to fix your mistakes, but at least try. That was really good. That was really good. Like subliminal message that the movie was telling you. There's no subliminal messages about lesbians or pride or whatever, but the main focus of the picture, in my mind, was that even if you fail at your job per se, even if you're not doing your best, at least try to get better. Don't sit in your ass. Don't feel sorry for yourself there. At least try to get better. And I thought that was a great message that the picture was telling you. That was overt through the entire picture, by the way. That because sometimes you have things in life you can't control, and you have to try to make the best of a bad situation. His crew was very upbeat from the very beginning, but then like they felt sorry for themselves when things didn't go their way. I love that part. That was really sad. It was really realistic that they didn't feel loving when things didn't go right, and when things did go right for them, they do acknowledge that it was like luck. That was really cool. That was great, by the way. I like that part. So that was definitely a 5-star moment right there. That they admit that they got lucky on certain things, and things like you would think would get better and better as the movie went on. It I'm not going to say whether it did or didn't, but I'll just say that they play their role properly. I'll put it that way. They play their role properly. Definitely a great movie when it comes to action and comedy. The audience is cracking up throughout the picture, by the way. Throughout the picture, they were having a good time. And there are no other cameos from the story. I think the cat was voiced by Tom Hanks. Yeah, the voice of Woody sounded like Woody. It really did sound like Woody in the picture. Let me just guess. Is it Woody? No, that is not Tim Allen. Okay, so they could have had like the same person play the Hawthorne daughter because they look exactly alike. So the lesbian had a daughter with another lesbian who looked exactly like one of them. What? That was weird, bro. At least the daughter could have had like the Asian traits and the black traits, but she didn't. Looked exactly like the mama. So like I liked how in the picture that she was trying to live up to her mom's legacy, but she was trying her best and trying to get over her phobias. So that was a really strong message, by the way. Most movies nowadays don't really try to teach important lessons to children, but this one did, and the kids will probably want to see the movie again because the cool action and cool effects and stuff like that. But they're being taught valuable lessons about life as well. So I appreciate that kind of message in the movie. When I saw Wonder Woman back in the day, yeah, back in the day now, right? Like so far ago. I thought it was really horrible for a message for young girls because of how skinny Gal Gadot was, and Wonder Woman in the comics is usually of a hourglass figure, which is more attainable for females. But Hollywood chose a stick thin, super hard to get, genetically jackpotted Gal Gadot to be Wonder Woman, and she could not act really well, and I just thought it was a really bad look for females. And the picture itself, that didn't really help either. When she fell for the first guy that she met, it didn't really teach a message to young people at all. Batman movies don't read the Superman movies usually, not for the easy stuff. They don't really usually teach lessons. They just like push agendas like lesbianism and LGBTQ crap, especially nowadays. So how you doing, Kevin Conroy? Yeah, so when I saw this movie, I definitely, as an adult, I saw the messages they're really trying to teach to children, and that was really nice because I didn't know anything about the picture really, but to be surprised by the fact that the movie's main message was trying to fix your mistakes and living up to your parents' legacy is not easy, but as long as you try your hardest and don't feel sorry for yourself, you can at least try to become like them. And it may or may not pay off in the end, but at least go on an adventure and try. So I thought it was really cool to do that. So yes, the main word of the day is try. That was the subliminal thing. They didn't say the word try over and over again. They didn't say like do your best, but you can see the passion and feel the passion from the characters' like movements that they wanted to do better from the beginning. They wanted to do better, but and everything was against them. But they tried and tried, and eventually they were kind of a good unit. So I'll let you see the movie to see what happens to them in the end. It was just so it was just so cool to see how it unfolded, and the music was good as well. The big reveal of the big bad in the picture. I'm not gonna say who or what it is, but kind of obvious. But I liked how it happened. I knew why it happened. I kind of understood why the big bad was doing what he was doing. Um, so I was like 50-50 on that one. So like, yeah, I don't want to see the whole motivation of the whole thing was, but like, yeah, I can kind of see why you're doing that. So that's that for that. I enjoyed the movie a lot. There, I give it a 4 to 5. Definitely see the movie. I'll see it again, likely in 40x because that shit was rocking, boy. That movie was rocking with those like effects and action. So like, yeah, yeah, man. The anti gravity scene. I'll put it that the anti gravity scene. I don't think I've ever felt anti gravity with the moving seats of 40x. Yes, sir. That's it for now. Clack off.